I'm turning 47 soon. A white male, 5'11". I've been attending a CrossFit style fitness program now for 15 years, 5 days a week. So there's some serious dedication.
15 years doing anything is no joke.
This has been on the longer side. People stick with me and then we'll dissect it. Before that fateful day in 2010, I attended my first session. I was sedentary, overweight, unfit. You could say I had a transformation in my life due to CrossFit. From my mid to late 30s, I even got competitive, did a bunch of local comps, spent time and energy and focusing on the open every year. Anytime I traveled, I dropped into boxes and met cool people to work out with. Super. That's the goal right there. But now, 15 years later, I find myself at a crossroads. Physically, I have a few lingering injuries that just won't leave me. My joints just don't work well enough to do the master's workout movements. When I list out the common movements in any CrossFit program, I find myself with maybe a third of them that I refuse to do anymore and just over half that I really don't like doing anymore. The list of things that I enjoy or want to do now, which is movements that don't leave me for multiple days, weeks, or months of ongoing recovery pain, is kind of short and now looks more like a bodybuilding, maybe powerlifting workout. But it's more than just physical. I've done enough burpees and thrusters and front squats for my lifetime. Mentally, I am done with those movements and many more. I do not relish them as a challenge or even some way to improve myself. I find myself holding back a lot on movements simply because I don't enjoy it. Sometimes I'm bored of it. I know it sounds cliche, but the whole notion of constantly varied itself has just become a random mix-up of tons of stuff that I've done at this point. It's not interesting. It's routine. We're almost there. We're almost at the end. Also, I just don't have the willingness to enter the pain cave anymore. I know that getting comfortable with being uncomfortable can greatly improve your fitness over time, but honestly, I find myself frequently staring into that pain cave and just not going there. I just don't care to move fast enough to do that much work in a short period of time or to find out where the pain cave is today. My heart just isn't in it. I want to work out, but I find myself seeking something less intense, something that won't trigger another injury or inflame any one of the many that I think might never go away. He's thinking about ending the subscription at his gym here soon. And he says, am I alone in this? Have others hit this too, felt this way? If what have you done about it? That's it. It got
a lot to unpack here, but let's dive into it because I think that this is what differentiates Coast Range CrossFit and what we do at my gym and have been doing for the last almost 13 years now from other CrossFit gyms out there. So one of the biggest issues that I see, and this is coming from being on the CrossFit headquarters seminar staff for the last 13 years and talking to thousands and thousands of participants in the CrossFit space, as well as gym owners and full-time coaches and part-time coaches and everybody in between, is that the majority of gyms, when you walk into them, CrossFit gyms, are doing strength first and then metabolic conditioning or the workout of the day second. And almost every day when you walk in, there's going to be a part A and a part B. And in here, in my opinion, CrossFit headquarters opinion, seminar staff opinion, Greg Glassman's opinion, Adrian Bosman's opinion, Chuck Carswell's opinion, anybody's opinion that really honestly matters in the CrossFit space tells you not to do that. Do not every day do strength metcon because it will lead to this.
I have a few lingering injuries that just won't leave me.
It will lead to overuse injuries. It will lead to lack of recovery. It will lead to you not getting better, just burning the bridge at both ends until you get to the point where this poor man is at.
I list out the common movements in any CrossFit program. I find myself with maybe a third of them that I refuse to do anymore and just over half that I really don't like doing.
He's 15 years in and just wanting to quit and wanting to do something different. There's a difference between wanting to quit something and do something different because you're just kind of bored. And honestly, you're like, it would be cool to do something different. We just had one of our members hit me up about a year ago and be like, hey man, I'm freaking loving CrossFit, but I also just want to try something new. I'm going to go do jujitsu for a little bit and I'll be back. And I was like, dope, have fun. Now, I would and do encourage people to do both, but I understand that financially they may not be able to do that. So it's an awesome opportunity to take a break from something mentally, not physically, and do something different. But for this guy and for everybody else out there that is feeling beat up, burnt out, doesn't want to do these movements, whatever it may be, it's because you're going too hard, too often, and not giving the body the break that it actually needs. At Coast Range CrossFit, we don't do strength metcon. That'll happen maybe once every 6 months or so, and it's more as a test to see, can the body handle this type of volume within an hour? It's less of an actual, hey, let's get stronger and then do a metcon. Because no matter what happens when we do that is we see that most people will, if they're strength biased, they're going to crush the first part, kind of chill on the second part. Or if you're more cardio focused, you're going to chill on the first part and kind of push on the second part. But the problem with that is that neither part, strength or metcon, are getting 100% of your full and undivided attention. The extra volume, the extra weight, the extra reps, the extra loading, I already said weight, loading again, that you're doing is causing too much on your body. It can't handle that much. That's why we really focus at Coast Range CrossFit on cool downs and warm downs and warm ups and skill work. We always have something we're focusing on. And this year it's upper body strength. We're doing everything we can in our warm ups, in our skill sessions, and in our cool downs to get you stronger with your upper body. That means rotator cuffs getting stronger, deltoids getting stronger, pecs getting stronger, specifically upper pecs to help with the shoulder position in the overhead. And we're really dialing in the little muscle groups that don't get worked enough. So it's not like when you show up to Coast Range CrossFit, you're not getting as good of a workout as anybody else because you're not doing strength metcon. It's actually you're getting a 10 times better workout than everybody else longevity-wise. We're going to pump synovial fluid. We're going to pump red blood cells and blood into those joints before we get started. We're going to heat up your body and get your central nervous system where it needs to be to handle the intensity of the workout of the day. We're going to hit that workout of the day with everything we've got on that day, modified in a way that makes sense for us. So meaning like maybe you've been doing barbells too much and it's time to move to dumbbells or kettlebells, for example. All of these things are areas that we add in value, not volume. The goal of our gym at Coast Range CrossFit is value and not volume. I want you to be able to do CrossFit for the rest of your life, which means that if you're walking into the gym every day and banging your head into the strength metcon world every day and wondering why you're so beat up, because when was the last time you had a cool down at that gym? Probably never. Probably honestly never, that you've been like, hey coaches or hey athletes, go sit against the wall, do a couch stretch for 2 minutes, and here's what that looks like on both sides. Now let's get into a banded pigeon stretch for 2 minutes on both sides. I mean, that's already 8 minutes of actual movement that most people don't get. It's important that we don't think more is better, but quality is better. So if you're at a gym that's doing strength metcon every day and you're feeling really beat up, you need to talk to the owner. You need to talk to the coaches about why are we doing this? Because the goal at Coast Range CrossFit is to get you to be healthy, to be fit, to be strong, and to have full range of motion of all of your joints forever. Not while you're in your 20s and 30s and then you go do something else in your 40s and 50s. No, we literally have everything from 5 years old all the way up to 95 years old in our gym doing CrossFit. We have a Parkinson's class, we have a stroke class. I work personally with traumatic brain injuries, specifically firefighters, as well as stroke, and all of them do CrossFit. Coaches do need to do a better job. That's the bottom line. Coaches, you need to do a better job at getting your athletes into better positions, at not making them do strength metcon every single day, but adding in the out of the sagittal plane work, the twisting work, the slow controlled eccentrics, all of the stuff that the rest of the strength and conditioning community talks shit about us about that we don't do. Well, do it. Show them that we do it, that we do take care of our members, that we do the things that they're saying we're not doing, and stop following this strength metcon cult that everybody is under. All right, Wes Pyatt, that's my soapbox for the day, and I'm out.